the 91st edition of the $1.2 million Whitney Stakes. A win and you're in for the Breeders' Cup Classic.
It's a legacy race. It's a classic. It's one of our great races in New York.
The Whitney, over the years, has become one of the most influential races along the road to the Breeders' Cup Classic.
Great horses have gotten beaten in the Whitney.
It's Onion in front by a head on the inside Secretariat.
And I don't think anybody that you've seen so far that looks like an absolute, hands-down clear favorite. It's going to make the Whitney a really exciting race.
On November 3rd, the best horses in the world will enter the starting gate for the $6 million Breeders' Cup Classic. Devoted owners and trainers will spend the next 5 months competing in races across the globe in order to win a coveted spot into the Breeders' Cup Classic.
Now, don't run now!
This is their story and their dream. They are all in. The road to the Classic.
Hey, we have come a long ways. This is the guy that bought me Bail Out Becky, my first Grade 1 stake winner. It's first Grade 1 stake winner for me. Good afternoon, haven't seen you in a while. Doing well.
Hey, good morning, nice seeing you.
Ken Ramsey has been around the sport for as long as I've been in it. His colors are popular, red and white, him and his wife, Sarah. They're tremendous stewards of the sport. They're great breeders. They're responsible for Kitten's Joy, the leading turf stallion in the world and #1 on the General Sires list. Ken's famous for his names, but he's also famous for his personality.
Ken Ramsey, we call him Lucky. Guy's the luckiest man in America.
How are you? Congratulations on the big horse.
Thank you so
Very
much.
good.
He's great for the sport. You know, you need people like him that are not afraid to speak their mind and tell everybody what's what. And Ken does a great job of that. He's a great ambassador for the sport.
All right. I used to drive by here when I went to University of Kentucky. I graduated in 1958. I come out here and Almahurst had all the white fences around it. It was, I thought, what a beautiful farm. Never realizing that, something would happen and it would put us in a position to eventually end up owning it. Well, we didn't set out to become the largest landowner in Jessamine County, but that's what we've become. We got about 26 or 2,700 acres all total for everything. The horse farm itself is roughly 13.5 to 1,400 acres in the farm. What makes the farm unique is the fact that we don't use any city water for the horses at all. And I've got about 7 of these on the farm, okay? This is Mother Nature's water for the horses. It costs us absolutely nothing. This is God's good water. Anything my horses would drink, I would drink, and vice versa. You see that, the horse?
I can put this in the bookcase down there along with all the rest of them.
Backyard heaven, where are we at with him now?
Well, we blew it over Churchill Downs, went off 4 to 5 favorite and up the track, so we blamed it on the weather. I hope the weather cooperates with us at Saratoga, so thumbs up for big race. Well, we're looking for a little redemption. Look forward to taking him up to the Whitney Stakes, another Grade 1 win you're in at Saratoga. Expect him to do a lot better. Chad says he's training well. We've not been over-raced, we've not been jaded. We think he deserves a second chance, so we're just hoping for the best. What's your opinion, Andrew?
I think it's going to be a backyard heaven. It's gonna be great.
Well, he's a special horse, so let's hope he lives up to the hype. So here's to backyard heaven.
Backyard heaven, let's go.
Walking through the gates of Saratoga is like stepping into a great Gatsby time warp. The grandstand is well maintained, but the sense of tradition has been impeccably preserved. In America, we tend to value things that are new and shiny. That makes the throwback charm of Saratoga even more special. It doesn't hurt, of course, that the best racehorses in the country are pointed for Saratoga. Every summer, Saratoga is the epicenter of racing in America because everyone is paying attention to Saratoga. Everyone wants to win races at Saratoga.
Give him like 3 laps over here, and then we'll go out, all right? My name is Chad Summers. I'm the owner, trainer, racing manager of Mind Your Biscuits. I purchased the horse as a yearling, as a 1-year-old, right here at Saratoga. He's the #1 New York bred of all time. He's made $3.9 million so far, a long way from when we bought him for $30,000. In the grand scheme of things, you know, horse racing's always been kind of for the blue bloods, for the Queen of England, or, you know, the ruler of Dubai and people of that nature. When you go to the sale, you see these big numbers, $500,000, $1 million. That's the norm. Those are the elite horses. Those are the top of the line and all those kind of things. And, you know, Mind Your Biscuits was a $30,000 purchase. Spending $30,000 was my life savings. So if that didn't pan out, I'm probably picking up cans on the side of the road. I mean, he represents to all the blue collar people out there that you don't have to spend $1 million and you can still compete against them at the highest levels. You know, I almost feel like I'm Mickey and he's Rocky. You know, we're out to take down, you know, Mr. T and Apollo and all those other ones.
Chad Summers can come off a little arrogant. A lot of the time you'll see him show up to training, he'll be wearing a hooded sweatshirt, kind of like a boxer coming out to fight. But he's very good with the media, and he's very good with this horse, Mind Your Biscuits.
I mean, Mind Your Biscuits is a special horse. He doesn't have like a mean bone about him, but he has a real kind of keen sense of humor where he wants to mess with you. One day I just happened to be listening to my music on my phone when I'm walking him. And go back on the corner. I give him a turn and go up. I had like a hip hop list from like best music of like the early 2000s. And there's Ja Rule and Eminem, and all of a sudden he goes from on his hind legs to just kind of walking, like kind of strutting a little bit, like, you know, cool, calm, collected. I was like, oh, okay. So I did this the next day. The next day I tried different music, and like country music he didn't like, rock music he didn't want any part of. But if you played this one, it was the one thing, it was the best of hip hop's early 2000s. It's amazing how it's really kind of settled him down.
I don't think he's really a horse. I think he's a human being that looks like a horse. That's how smart I think that horse is. One of my favorite races was the first time he ran in the Breeders' Cup Sprint. That was an incredible race.
Mind Your Biscuits still last and being encouraged to go. Roy H on the outside, on the attack. The two of them arrive at the final 16th together. Imperial Hit digs in. Roy H runs at him. Roy H to the front from Imperial Hit. Mind Your Biscuits third.
Finished third, a flying third. Another 20 yards, he's a winner. Most people don't realize that.
This is obviously the toughest test to date. You know, he's a 3-time Grade 1 winner, going 6 furlongs and 7 furlongs. All of his races to date, all 23 of them have been around 1 turn. Now, they say there's a big difference between 1 turn and 2 turn, but...
You have to give a horse a chance to show you what he could do. And this horse is showing he can do anything. They doubt that he can go 2 turns, he will do 2 turns.
He's always been a horse that does whatever you ask him to do. He'll run through glass, he'll run through a wall. He just doesn't care. He just shows up every time and runs his race, and we're excited for Saturday.
We're at the tail end of our preparation. All the hard work's been done. He's a speed horse, and we need him to be quick leaving the gate. He had kind of a big gallop yesterday, so we're just jogging today. I want him on his toes tomorrow. A lot of the horses, after they exercise, we come in and let them just have a roll. We don't turn them loose usually in there because sometimes they can get too excited and do too much, and they can get hurt, especially it's race day and everything. But if they kind of a controlled roll on the end of the shank, they actually get to crack their back a little bit and just kind of put things back in line. We don't need a chiropractor sometimes when we do that. So, yeah, who are you?
I love the way he's going into the race. He's came out of the Suburban, wonderful shape, and he's ready for another battle, I think. I'm very excited to see him. Another Neil will be neat to see the two New York breds battling it out.
Loves his grazing. Try to keep him as happy as we can, without bursting at the seams.
So, I mean, Diversify is a horse that's certainly on the radar for the Breeders' Cup Classic, but we're looking forward to running against him. He's another New York bred. He's the morning line favorite, so the public thinks he's the horse to beat. He's going to have the target on his back, squarely on his back, and we're going to try and come run him down.
And this is discreet level. It's a lot of work, but training horses, they don't talk back. It's like a dog. When they become your friend, they try. And he's trying all the time. He never run a race that I didn't like.
Black skies have rolled in over the Spa. The most glorious and sunny day at Saratoga has turned, well, a little sour. The rain is coming down, and I've always wanted to know what it would be like to be in the trenches with Jerry Bailey and Randy Moss. I've got to say they're doing a pretty good job.
And what is the protocol for lightning in a storm as severe as this quickly?
Sure, when it's a certain distance away, then we will hold horses in the paddock like we're doing now.
Ah, man, this rain, you know. It's typical Saratoga. What are you going to do?
Ken, I think your backyard heaven's looking a little different now than we saw it earlier today.
Yeah, it's poured rain for the last 15 minutes, so I hope we like a sloppy track.
8-strong field heading to post for the Whitney. And we will head down to Brittany, who has the man that trains the favorite, Diversify. How's Rick Violette doing down there, Britt?
They sealed the track. We know Diversify is quick. How do you think that helps him today?
It might help the inside. I was worried that the inside part of the racetrack all around wasn't the best part. This might level things out a little bit, so maybe the inside won't be quicksand.
They're estimating 10 minutes, okay?
Yep. Sky's a little lighter.
You seem quite calm right now. I've seen you before. You wear your emotion on sleeves. Where are the nerves and emotions right now?
We've waited 5 years for the two-turn debut. Another 15 minutes ain't going to kill us.
Talk to me about choosing to put him around 2 turns, especially on a track where you've been quoted saying is not his favorite.
It's the right time, it's the right opportunity, the right field. If ever he's going to do it, now's the time. We got enough time to the Breeders' Cup if this experiment doesn't work, but we're fairly confident that it will.
My good friend Lutz here. We go back a long ways.
Yep. You know, I got my silks designed just for Mr. Ramsey. I swear to God, I got so tired of that red R running by me, I wanted a blue P, so that if I ever got to go by him, he would know it was me.
You just need to win, that's all. We had the best horse, so we're going to try to win it.
Dude, you got a suit. You look tremendous. It looks amazing. Look at the suit. New suit. This will be a nice win. Come on, buddy.
I walk the track, okay? They seal the track. The outside seal path, the 6 path, that's the best path. Okay? So once you get around there, just spring outside.
Stay in the outside.
Stay outside.
Okay.
We're gonna run a mile on the court in the Classic. Might as well do it now.
Okay. Very good.
Let's go.
As far as today is concerned, we feel a bit more pressure, a target on our back for sure. I'm trying very hard to take a deep breath and enjoy the moment, but it's not easy.
Biscuits at the back, Randy.
There he is, the horse going 2 turns for the first time, beyond a mile for the first time. He is good, but how much stamina does he have? We're soon to find out.
They are now loading fast for the 91st edition of the $1.2 million Whitney Stakes. A win and you're in for the Breeders' Cup Classic.
I said it's anxious moment just before the race, little sweaty palm time. Time to put up or shut up.
Growing up as a kid in Long Island, coming to Saratoga with my dad and my brother, winning in Saratoga is everything.
They're all assembling line, and we are ready for the start. They're off in the Whitney. Oh, Diversify broke like a rocket. And he goes straight out to the early lead. Dalmore's going to be sent along, but he's going to have to go to the outside as Diversify was so fast onto the gate, he's able to clear. Taprid is right there too with Backyard Heaven, break of 3, and Mind Your Biscuits will be in mid-pack early on. He's racing 5.5 lengths off the lead.
Plan B, Joe, plan B, pay attention.
Then come the trailers, Discreet Lover and Good Samaritan.
Pay attention.
Backyard Heaven will sit back in 4th. He's 4 lengths off the lead. Mind Your Biscuits has 5.5 lengths to make up, and it's another 6 or 7.
Stay right there, Joe. Get in the rhythm. There you go. Get in the rhythm. Get in the rhythm, Joe. Right there. Get in the rhythm. They can't run with you. They slowed it down. Pick it up, Joe.
And Diversify gets some daylight with a half mile to run. He has opened up 3 lengths as they move into the far turn.
Come on, Joe, put the pressure on.
And Taprid is running in 2nd.
Come on, Joe.
Now as Dalmore starts to
Come on, Joe.
between horses. Mind Your Biscuits is up into 3rd. Backyard Heaven is 4th.
Now, Biscuits, do what I know you can do.
Makes their way around the far turn.
Now,
it is
Biscuits, now.
Diversify in
Now,
front.
Joe, run down.
Mind Your Biscuits begins to move on the outside of Taprid after 3 quarters in 1:10.7.
Come on, Joe.
And they're moving to the top of the stretch in the Whitney. And it is Diversify in front. Mind Your Biscuits, his fellow New York bred, is 3 lengths behind.
Get to it.
Is 3rd on the inside.
Keep coming, Joe. Keep coming, Joe.
Mind Your Biscuits and Discreet Lover will battle for 2nd. Diversify has won the Whitney in style. He took it by 4 over Mind Your Biscuits. Discreet Lover was 3rd and Taprid was 4th.
He got loose. He got loose.
Dominant in the Whitney. Diversify, the favorite, has won this race with a fast start. He sought to dominate the entire race, and that he did. Mind Your Biscuits gave valiant chase. It was Diversify that won, and he is now surely, Jerry Bailey, en route to the Classic.
He was coming with his run, just came up a little bit short. We got 3 months for 3 lengths, and we're going to try and make up that difference.
This race, it's pretty spectacular.
Our horse is eligible to enter the Breeders' Cup Classic. Hey, can't get much better than that.
It was a great race. We didn't win, but we happy.
We gave a valiant effort, but it was tough. And you know, when you're a small outfit and you try and kind of compete with the big boys, you have to be able to produce. You got to kind of move forward and figure out where we got to be for the Breeders' Cup Classic to peak on that day.
Next on All In, the road to the Classic. We step away from the races and spend a day at the sales, where a thoroughbred's racing career begins.
This is like getting into Harvard. You have to be accepted into this sale.
All right.
Usually I'm freaking out in a situation like this.
Basic Tipton 2018. They got the best stock here, the best people, so we're looking forward to a good night.